mic is muted, so you guys didn't hear anything I just said. Aloha, welcome. Um, so anyway, I'll say this again. I realize I have my mic muted. But Falcon and Winter Soldier came out this week, so I thought it'd be a good time to do some Captain America-related artwork. And it's fortuitous that it happens to be March, because in March 1941 is when Captain America came out. So he's 80 years old this month, and he's looking pretty good for 80. I want to do just kind of a quick dive into some of the stuff that influenced me growing up. I mean, obviously, I'm not from 1941, but I have comics that date back to the 60s. But let me bring up my screen. Bring in some artwork. I just kind of want to look at some stuff here. So, first of all, this is the first Captain America. Okay. See, March. It was March 1941. Created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. And this is one of the things I always post up when people tell me, oh, comics shouldn't be political. The very first Captain America comic. Punching Hitler. I didn't get much more political than that. And this came out in 1941. This is before we'd actually entered the war. December 1941 is when Pearl Harbor was bombed. This was March 1941. So this is actually a little bit before we entered the war. And we entered the war in the Pacific Theater first. It'll be almost another year before we entered the Atlantic Theater with the European Theater. So, kind of prescient. You can see young Bucky Barnes there. It was always a weird relationship because Bucky was like a teenager. I don't know, because these guys were, old enough to know better, but he was hanging around the camp, the army camps, and he discovered Cap's identity as Steve Rogers. Because unlike the MCU, he had a secret identity. So his solution is to make him his sidekick. I don't get it either. I really don't know. Oh, let me give the stream. I don't know if anybody wants to jump in with me here and talk about Cap or even draw Cap later on. This is the StreamYard link if you want to join in. But they've definitely done some. I mean, the character's 80 years old. They've gone through several iterations, and several people have worn the mantle of Captain America since then. And but yeah, the whole thing with Bucky was just really weird initially. It's like that his solution to keep his identity secret is to take this teenage kid with him as a sidekick. And he wasn't even like military trained, He's just like, so yeah, that was always a weird thing to me. What else do we want to look at here? Go back. So some of the artistic influences, like I said, now that first Captain America was drawn by Jack Kirby, but that's before Jack Kirby really leaned into Jack Kirby, But when I think of Captain America, there are several artists that come to mind. You can't look at Cap without thinking of Jack Kirby. And this is some Jack Kirby art here. I used to have this Marvel Treasure Edition. I might still if I dig through boxes, but it's a nice bicentennial episode. It's like several short stories of Cap through time. So you see him in colonial times and Chicago Fire, the big Chicago Fire. But that's one of the people, when I see Cap in my head, Kirby's one of the ones I think of. This is Jim Steranko. And Jim Steranko and John Buscema, well, I have another piece. They drew a very lithe and flowy Captain America and Bucky, as you can see here. Let's see. Mike Zeck is probably the one that I see in my head when I talk about Captain America in the comics. That or John Byrne. But Mike Zeck did a very physical Captain America. I mean, he's always physical, but when you see him, Mike Zeck draws a very dynamic, physical Captain America. These things would go in the order that I brought him in. This is John Buscema. You can see again a very, very lithe and fluid Captain America. This is John Byrne's version. And it's interesting how, you know, the take on the armor and the Buccaneer boots and the gloves and stuff have changed over time, and probably for the better. I mean, the Buccaneer boots were big in the golden era of comics. They really make no sense in a modern hero. This is another Steranko piece. Now, this is kind of after my time reading, but I know for a lot of people, this will be the Cap they see during Brubaker's run. Mike Perkins did a lot of the artwork, and very, very strong style there with this Cap, and it goes with the scale mail. Probably my favorite Captain America image is Travis Charest. Apologize if I butcher his name. I don't speak French. This was a bicentennial, or not a bicentennial piece. This was a patriotic piece done during, I want to say it was for 9/11. It was like a tribute piece when they do it out of the Book of Heroes that they did for charity. Pretty sure that's what it was. Travis approaches stuff like an illustrator. Hold on, let me bring in Ron Catagai, my friend from friends. Hey, Ron, long time no see.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just going over some stuff before I start drawing and stuff, just because I wanted to like take a dive into Captain America a bit.
Oh, Travis Charest.
Yeah. So those are some of the artistic influences, and like I said, when I think of Captain America, I can't help but think of Kirby and Byrne and Mike Zeck. Like, what's your familiarity with Cap, Ron?
Jim Lee's one.
Jim Lee, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Kirby's one also.
And then there's always that abomination that
Liefeld.
Rob Liefeld's where his chest is like 3 times too big.
Yeah. Well, that's his style. So.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then we start looking at some of the media versions. In 1966, there was actually a cartoon. Have you ever seen any of these?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Now here, I wanted to bring up a quick video clip. Let's see, where did I?
That's the one that was like limited animation, right?
Yeah.
They had like Iron Man, and then they have like Hulk also. And...
Oh, there we go. Look at the wrong screen. There we go. So this is the intro to the Captain America. Oh, wait, you don't get sound, right?
Yeah, I don't hear that. I don't hear it.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me reshare my screen with sound. Do this temporarily. So, Ron, be quiet for a minute because you'll hear yourself.
Got it.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, from those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. If he's led to a fight and a duel is due, then the red and the white and the blue come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Yeah, That was pretty intense animation for 1966, right?
That's what I remember. Yeah. It was short too, maybe like what, 5 minutes or something. I don't remember it.
Oh
Being,
yeah, the animated, yeah, they were all pretty short.
yeah.
Nobu says Roha.
Aroha.
Oops, didn't mean to share audio. Hold on. So I can close that. Go back to picture viewer. So that's 1966. And then we started looking at some of the. Did you ever watch the 70s TV shows
Yeah, I did.
with what's his name, Reb Brown?
Red Brown, yeah.
Yeah, I love that goofy ass show. but I never understood because I read the comics and I like, why's he got a motorcycle in his helmet?
Yeah, I think
And this is actually the second version.
right.
The first version, he was more like a daredevil kind of like a stunt. So
yeah,
this is what the costume looked like at first.
Yeah, he had the stripes going up and down.
And but again, I love that show as a kid. It doesn't hold up if you go track it down.
I think we loved all the show whenever they had Spider-Man and
Yeah.
I think Thor was in one episode of it.
And then in 1990 they made another movie. Did you see that one?
I don't remember that one.
It's what the heck was the actor's name? Matt something. It actually didn't look bad, except when you stop when you can stop it now. If you look at the ear,
It's fake, huh?
it's built into the. It's like painted onto the side of the headpiece. But that wasn't actually a bad looking Captain America suit.
I don't remember that one.
But I really felt for the actor because it was like a neoprene rubber. You could tell it was rubber.
Mm-hmm.
So it couldn't have breathed. And it must have stank like all get out. Oh, I'm gonna look up this actor's name real quick. 1990.
I don't remember that one.
Matt Salinger. I knew it was Matt. I couldn't remember the last name. Matt Salinger.
Matt Salinger.
And, you look at him. He's a good-looking Steve Rogers, right? He looks like a poster boy.
Yeah, he does.
And then we get to the MCU version, which is let's see. I thought I had. Didn't have the image downloaded. I thought I had the image downloaded. Hold on a second. Let's see if that works. Must not like this GIF image. Sorry, I know this makes for brawling streaming, right? Trying to get an image. Now, one of the things I like is they weren't real faithful to the costume, except for maybe that middle one. But even then, it's got some accents on there that you wouldn't see in the comics normally. But one of the things that the MCU did that I think was a really good idea costume wise is they put these straps on his shoulders, for the harness for his shield, and it creates a very nice triangle pattern to make him look even more Dorito shaped. So you see how those just look at the two costumes here. It's the same shoulder width, but having those straps there makes it look wider. And I don't know if you remember when they said they were going to cast Chris Evans, and it's like the last thing I remember him was the Human Torch. I don't know.
That's right. He was the Human Torch. That's right. Oh.
But I think he really grew into the role. Let's see what Darren is saying something here. I own read the story that inspired the second Captain America movie. I recommend for new and returning readers. Captain America Soldier. Yeah, the Winter Soldier you're talking about, Darren, right? Yeah. Man, let's see. I wanted to bring up the Captain America Falcon, and I hope we get something like this in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. Do you remember Falcon from the comics, Rob?
Yeah, I do.
What was it? The Captain America. It was
the Red Falcon. I remember they had a comic book.
Yeah, well, yeah. Forever it was Captain America, and they just threw the Falcon in there, and so he shared his title with Red Falcon for years.
Yeah.
But there was another one. Actually, Marvel used to have a lot of books where they would introduce pairs and stuff. Tales of Suspense, I think they did Captain America and Falcon too, right?
Yeah.
Or was it Journey into Mystery? Tales of Suspense or Journey into Mystery? One of those two.
Oh.
And then there was the Marvel team ups, Marvel 2-in-1s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they were always a good team, and I kind of like that the MCU made Red Wing a drone instead of a regular bird.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool for a comic book, but I don't know if it would translate well into live action.
Yeah, that would be tough for the bird to do all that. Especially what they did in the last episode or in the first episode. I don't think the poor bird could do all that.
And then I wanted to take a look at. Let's see. Do I have my screen shared still? Because the people that only know the movies are probably, I saw a lot of pissed off when they said, introducing your new Captain America at the end of the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Oh, by the way, spoilers for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I guess I should have put that up front, but I can't talk about Captain America and without hitting on stuff from the Falcon and Winter Soldier, because that's what brought up the idea to the stream. But if you look at all these people that have worn the mantle of Captain America over the last 80 years, obviously Steve Rogers, Isaiah Bradley, William Naslund, Jeffrey Mace. And Jeffrey Mace, by the way, if you're an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan, you got to see Jeffrey Mace as the Patriot, which I kind of liked. It's Jason O'Mara played the character. You know who Jason O'Mara is?
I don't know who that is.
He was one of the voices of Batman. He's a pretty good Batman. He's no Kevin Conroy, but he's pretty good.
Which show did he voice it on?
I don't know the shows that well. William Burnside, Bob Russo, Scar Turpine, Roscoe Simmons, John Walker, and that's what we're going to see in Falcon and Winter Soldier, is the John Walker version, right? Isn't that who is going to be a Captain America in Falcon and Winter Soldier? You know?
I don't.
I'm pretty sure it's John Walker. And John Walker, by the way, is played by Wyatt Russell, who is Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's kid.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Operation Overlord, I think you'll do a good job. He was good in that movie. Or I guess it was just Overlord, not Operation Overlord. Sam Wilson, obviously, Cap. James M.H.Cannon Barnes. I know there was a lot of speculation in the MCU because both Sam and Bucky had taken the mantle before. I think it would have been problematic for the MCU version to take it, for Bucky to take it, because, you know, he's got that whole assassin thing in his last 40 years of life. Dave Rickford, and then Sam Wilson again. So there's been a lot of people wearing the mantle of Captain America. All right. I think that covers everything I wanted to share. Oh, this is Jeffrey Mace as the Patriot in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it was a kind of an interesting thing because he had like a knockoff super soldier serum, but it only lasted for like a day. So he had to like time his heroism.
And he had to take it again.
Yeah, and then you have to take an injection. So most of the time, it's a regular person, but when he knew he was going into action, he'd take his shots.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's it. Just a kind of a quick look at some Captain America stuff.
I didn't know there were that many Captain Americas.
Yeah, there's been a ton of them. Let's see. Darren Soldier says, I find Winter Soldier to be the best out of the Captain America movie trilogy. First Avenger was a great origin story. Civil War, great movie to me, but feels more like an Avengers movie. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. Think about it. Yeah, with Avengers Civil War. But be that as it may, it did push Cap's narrative forward. So I'm going to start off with a piece kind of as a homage to the first Captain America. So you see in the cover of the first Captain America, he's punching Hitler. So I thought I'd show just a few minutes after that. And Ron, are you going to be drawing, or are you just going to be chatting?
I'm actually doing some work right now. I'm just like,
okay, no worries.
Just gonna hang out.
Any project you can talk about?
Oh, it's just what do you call freelance on the Great North stuff.
Okay. That's pretty. Yeah. So, do you have any favorite Captain America runs or stories, Ron?
Not as an individual, but with him as an Avenger. I just remember reading a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember. There was a few, Captain America and the Red Falcon I had, and I remember some of those. But a lot of the Captain America stories was from being an Avenger. And the one I liked, the one I remember anyway, is when he decided to streamline the Avengers. And he basically said, we have too many people. Some of you got to leave. And that was it.
Now, when Marv Wolfman and George Perez were doing the Avengers, I kind of like that, but because Marv made Cap the strategist. You remember that?
Yeah. Wasn't he always a strategist?
Well, they didn't always. He was kind of a second-tier character for a lot of people.
Because I remember reading a lot of the Avengers movie, and Cap was the one directing a lot of the, the assaults and how they would operate. I do remember a lot of that.
So I'm all warmed up. I had the comic jam today.
there a lot of people? I mean, walking around the mall itself?
It wasn't as busy today as it was last jam. But I mean, it's there's enough people walking around to make me want to wear 2 masks.
Yeah.
After looking at that Matt Salinger Captain America, I'm picturing the ears just drawn on painted on the cowl.
Just part of the cowl itself, right?
It's interesting, like that first Captain America. Well, all the initial Captain Americas were drawn by Jack Kirby, but it didn't look like Jack Kirby. Not like like we think of Jack Kirby anyway. Something about I don't know whether it was just the youngness of him, or whether he was trying to conform to a certain other look. Because wasn't Simon one of the co-creators of Superman too?
Walt?
Superman was. Oh no, Superman was Schuster and Siegel. Never mind.
Yeah. Was he Walt Simonson?
No, Joe Simmons was him and Jack Kirby created Captain America.
Oh.
For now, I have a couple pieces sketched out. I'll just ink them for now, and then if we're still going in a couple hours or whatever, I'll start doing some color on them, or I'll take requests. So Darren seems to be talking about the MCU stuff. Is that what you're more familiar with, Darren? The MCU versions?
Yeah, for most people, right? That's how they know Captain America from the films.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a safe bet these days. Yeah, they won't know the old Red Brown, huh?
Man, that was the best.
The
just
70s.
So exciting, yeah, just so exciting as a kid. Like, oh, Captain America on the screen.
I mean, in the 70s, we got the Hulk.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a shame. Nobody remembers that one Spider-Man. He was kind of an old dude too. Wasn't he like in his 30s?
Was he? Wow, I just never thought about that. It was either that, it was actually a movie, right? Like that was a movie of the week when they had it back then.
We had the TV show didn't last long, the Spider-Man TV show, and then the Electric Company versions.
The Electric Company with the Blue Beetle. That's what I remember Spider-Man from also.
But Cap, I didn't really catch the 66 cartoon until later on.
Yeah, I just remember his live action ones. And like early morning they would play that cartoon. This is a little older than for the younger folks, but I remember watching it like with the Archies. And then they would have like that Hulk or Iron Man or Captain America animated short, I guess, at that time. And we had Doctor Strange too. Remember the Doctor Strange movie?
Oh yeah. Well, there was another one that was like very Doctor Strange, but it wasn't actually Doctor Strange. You ever seen Mono Hands of Fate?
No, I did that. Or maybe look that up. Mono Hands of Fate.
I think it's either Mono or Monos. Monos Hands of Fate. and it's like a complete Doctor Strange ripoff.
Oh.
Find it?
1966. Yeah. If you have Tubi, you can watch it. Marvel's Hands of Fate. Nope, I never saw this one. Looks like you got a 1 star though.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't great. I think Mystery Science Theater guys did an episode on it.
Wonder if they did one of the older Marvel movies, like Captain America. Was Thor part of that, or was he in another Marvel?
He was in the Trial of the Hulk.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
He looked more like a real Viking then.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I guess it's kind of true today too. But every now and then you get like people that like didn't read the comics, but they'd be in charge of shows. Like, well, I know Thor. It's not the Thor that we read in the comics, though.
It's funny. I was talking to my mom earlier today, and for some reason we were talking about, or the conversation came up about that Justice League, that Snyder cut Justice League. She asked me about it, like, why would you be interested in that, you know? And so I asked her, like, can you even name the Justice League, Mom? And of course she just said, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
That's more than my mom would have gotten.
And then she said, Jason Momoa. I'm like, okay, there you go. That's the Justice League right there. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa, the guy in red, and the metal guy. So that's who she knows Justice League. That's her Justice League.
And she's mainly there just for Momoa, right?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, as a casual fan, that's how these people know Captain America and Thor from these older movies or the Marvel movies, right?
I'm glad you decided to join me because you're younger than me, but you're close to my age.
Yeah. Very close to your age. So I am familiar with the old 60s and 70s Marvel movies. The good old days.
Now, I never understood. Like, Captain America had trunks, but they were the same color as his pants.
And he also had those, I really like those pirate boots. I don't know
Buccaneer boots.
Buccaneer boots, yeah. That, and that's chainmail, right? I always wondered what that was.
Oh, it depends on who's drawing it, but it should be like scale mail.
Ah, okay.
Your chain would be the rings. The scale would be like the little miniature shield kind of things.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what those were. Like, what is that? Let me type that in. Oh yeah, there you go. Scale mail armor.
All right. We'll warm up there. Beating up Hitler. Bunch of Nazis, still in style. Now, I never actually read the Winter Soldier comic line, but one thing I know is like visually, because the Winter Soldier comic came out in 2012. I looked that up. So that came before the movie, obviously. But they stayed pretty close to the look of how Winter Soldier looks in the comics. The only thing they gave him that mask, and instead of putting the mask over his eyes like in the comics, they gave him that raccoon makeup.
Oh, so in the comic book, he did have a mask on.
He had a black mask, kind of like a Dick Grayson kind of thing, like a Nightwing. Some more Cap. I thought this one would be a little more like a Mike Zeck look, a little beefier, a little more action. You did watch the Falcon and Winter Soldier, right, Ron?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think? You liking it?
I don't know. I mean, felt more like the action in the beginning was kind of. Yeah, I look at that and I'm like, okay, that's an Avengers type or MCU type of action. Okay, that's fine, but I like the fact that they dealt more into their personal lives, what's happening with them.
Yeah.
That financial trouble that Falcon and his sister is going through. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
not that they're struggling, but
that's one of the things that Marvel Comics kind of capitalized on, more than most comics.
Yeah.
More than most superhero comics is they did the life around them. They weren't all gods, and they had real problems.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the episode opens up with Falcon ironing a shirt.
Getting ready for the would you call that a funeral?
Yeah.
Presenting the shield.
Ceremonial turnover. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you see how down in the dumps Winter Soldier is. He has to go to therapy.
Yeah, I thought that was a good choice.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because have you ever seen Miss Peregrine in the Home for Peculiar Children or something like that?
Yeah, I did.
Because I had just watched that the day before I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which has that story of the psychologist, like dealing with the kid, and the psychologist turns out to be a shape-shifting peculiar,
Yeah,
played with Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw the scene in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and you go, huh? I wonder.
Did they get that from?
Is the psychologist going to be a scroll? Like Nick Fury keeping tabs on Bucky.
Yeah, I kind of hope not.
I don't think it is, but it's watching those two movies or watching that movie and the show back to back just makes you think. Well, I wonder, would they?
I mean, I understand if they did that. He's kind of a loose cannon still, yeah. But I'd like to think that he genuinely wants to get better, and he's a legit psychiatrist or therapist. He's going to, and I hope he does get better. I don't know.
Yeah, but you figure who's paying for that psychiatrist?
Yeah, that's what I want to know too. Like, yeah, who is? Because that scene where he was talking to that bank manager and loans officer, he was questioning, how do you get your income?
A lot of goodwill.
Yeah,
no.
And I was like, yeah, how do you guys get your income? You paid for all of this?
I just want to say, if Stark wasn't paying them, screw Stark.
I know, right? Yeah, do you get compensation for literally saving the world?
I mean, even the military has hazard pay.
Yeah, it's little stuff like that I'm kind of really interested in. How do you get paid? Do you hazard pay? You pay twice, 2 times, once a week or every other week? That's always nice when they humanize the characters like that more.
It's really not a very good foreshortening job, Darren, but thank you. Just trying to put a little more action into it because Mike Zeck was big on the action.
Are you going to do a Kirby version, or have you done a Kirby version yet?
I haven't. I actually have trouble drawing Kirby. It's deceptively hard.
It is.
Because Kirby had wonky anatomy, but he had style,
Yeah, style and the proportions were good. So that and that Kirby machinery.
I figured that'd be right up your alley, Ron.
Always studied Kirby's machinery on Justice League, and yeah, that was like trying to figure that out. Like, where does it looks like it has volume, but flat at the same time. Wait a minute, where are all these lines going? Just had to make sense of a lot of them. Lots of circles connecting to each other. Hey, how many tables do you have now for the Comic Jam?
6. We're giving us 6. We used to have 5, but with the socially distancing, they're giving us more tables, fewer chairs.
And how many people per table?
2, 1 at each end.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
so far, it hasn't really dawned on people yet. We only had like 6 members there today. And then what few seats were taken up by kids. The kids aren't, they come and go. They'll stay for a little bit and then leave.
Hmm. Do you have a problem where people gather around really close, crowd about?
Not too bad. We do get lots of looky-loos, but
Man.
I haven't had anybody get up in my grill to ask questions or anything.
Mm-hmm. What about just look over your shoulder real close?
No, not real close. Look over my shoulder, yes, but not real close.
Oh, that's good.
There's a little beefier. You can see from the golden era, they drew him a little more thin, and then by the time we get into the 80s, he's bulked up. This is, what's the name of this character? This is one of the ones that took the mantle.
You gotta look it up.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Patriot? No. When you start drawing it, maybe it'll come to me.
Now, was that character U.S. Agent also Captain America at one time?
Yes. And I actually have a sketch of U.S. Agent for later. This U.S. Agent was that. So that's the version we're getting in the show, is U.S. Agent.
Right.
Even though they called him Captain America.
Yeah, I saw the uniform. Like, wait a minute, that looks like that U.S. Agent.
Bugging me, I can't remember this guy's name. Fighting America. Is that right?
The Fighting American.
It's a close costume. Having one of those senior moments.
Oh, I have a lot of those these days.
Don't get old, kids.
Yes. Enjoy your youth. I remember an old saying, one of my professors told this to us. It says, youth is a wonderful thing. Too bad it's wasted on the young.
Yeah. I forget, that's an old quote. I can't remember.
Yeah. Maybe it's one of those Greek philosophers.
U.S. agent. Oh, I forgot there was the Frank Castle version of Captain America too.
Wow, he was Captain America at one point?
Yeah, he just posed as Captain America.
Oh.
Yeah, they've done some weird stuff with the Punisher in comics. It's like, you haven't read the Cosmic Ghost Rider line, have you?
No.
I haven't read it either, but I like.
But yeah, I heard he's Cosmic Ghost Rider now.
All right, well, screw it. I'm just gonna keep going. I can't remember the guy's name. Looking through this, the What If. I'm kind of looking forward to that. You've seen the trailers for the What If animated series?
No, I have not yet.
Because they do the What If Peggy Carter had gotten the Captain America.
Yeah, I usually like those comics when they do
Super
the
Soldier Serum.
If she got it instead,
Yeah.
they're going to be on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Do you know when that's going to premiere?
I do not.
Hmm.
This is still really bugging me that I can't remember this guy's name, man. God damn it.
You can always Google it.
Yeah, I don't know what to Google.
Their Captain America or the Captain America?
I've tried looking at the Captain America mantle, but so far none of the names ring a bell.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people. The guy list that I showed you wasn't extensive, I guess, because like Danielle Cage, Samantha Wilson, I guess is that Sam Wilson's daughter. Clint Barton, Hawkeye wore Cap suit for a while. Jesus.
These
Scott
are
Summers.
really.
These are people that have worn the Cap suit.
They wore it, but were they officially Captain America at the time? Oh, shoots.
Anybody watching help Low Man out? Remember what this character's name is?
Let's see if I can find out.
I'm almost done inking it.
It is Captain America 6, they said. John Walker, also known as the Super Patriot.
Okay, so John Walker is the version we're getting in the show, but it's not going to be this. We're getting the U.S. agent look instead of this.
Mm.
which is probably just as well because I don't know. This is a pretty funky looking outfit. 3 sketches so far. We do have a U.S. Agent version and Captain America Falcon version to draw. Not doing too bad for time. We've only been here for an hour.
Mr. Johnny Walker.
Like the booze? They had to know, right?
Yeah, that's been around for that long, right?
I think it's been around longer than that. I remember the character like walking with the top hat and cane or whatever.
Yep. Johnny Walker, Scottish whiskey. I think it's Scottish.
Yeah, red label and black label, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a drinker. I just remember seeing the printed ads. U.S. Agents helmet thingy. So U.S. Agents almost got a Batman thing going on.
When the two universes merged, the DC and Marvel universe, did they merge Batman and Captain America? Or oh no, maybe it was Batman and Wolverine. No, never mind.
I'm trying to think which crossover they did. That was one of the last things that Buscema did, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Stan Lee and Buscema.
Mm.
Oh no, wait, I'm thinking of something else. That's where they like reimagined the DC universe.
Well, this one was when they merged. DC and Marvel merged. So and I thought it was they merged Batman and Captain America, but I'm thinking I think they merged Batman and Wolverine. I know when one universe entered the other universe, I know Captain America and Batman fought.
U.S. agent. Falcon.
That's the Falcon version.
Yeah. I got the first couple issues of that, and I liked it, but just kind of at that time where I couldn't keep up with comics. But like for old readers like you and I, having Falcon get it was kind of nice nod because Falcon's been around forever with Cap.
Yeah. Yeah, that was his partner for a long time.
His costume's kind of a pain trying to remember how to do the white wings on his chest.
Yeah, it's a interesting pattern. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it's in a circular pattern too.
Now, but you have to see what I do is I draw the lines for the break, and then I have to draw weight around it to give the negative space.
Yeah. That's your neighbor's dog.
It's just like doing this, right? Or I have to like do the piping.
Yeah.
No, did you hear a dog bark?
Thought I heard a dog bark.
I didn't hear it, but maybe. I see. I already messed up because circle shouldn't be solid.
Yeah, it's broken up.
Get the other side right. That's all messed up. Oh well. Luckily, this isn't for money, so. I heard a cat.
Yeah, it's Kitty.
I didn't hear the dog, but I did hear the cat.
Kitty? Let's see. She just wanted to explore the storage room again.
All right. So I got those all sketched out. Now, before I start doing color, is there anything that somebody would like to see drawn related to Captain America? We got more paper available. Obviously, I've got paper for days, months actually. So here's what I have so far. We got the homage to the first Captain America, Hitler all knocked out. Just some different styles. Got those. I can always color those, or I can draw something. How about you, Ron? You got a version of Cap or one of his Rogues Gallery or something you'd like to see?
Or you want to draw the Red Skull?
Red Skull. Okay, we'll do Red Skull. Let's see. Break it out. I'll leave the full page this time, so I have some room. Let's see.
I'm looking at this one graphic, and it says the 6 Captain Americas. It is Captain America 1 and Captain America 2, also known as Spirit of 76. When Captain America 3, known as the Patriot. Captain America 4, also known as the Grand Director. And Captain America 5, known as Roscoe.
What else are you watching these days, Ron?
I watched that 4-hour Snyder cut.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad.
it was better.
Yeah, made sense about out of a bunch of things. So okay. That and just a whole bunch of documentaries. Oh, and this one show called Forged in Fire. I don't know if you've heard of that show.
Forged in Fire. No, I've seen Painting with Fire.
No, it's Forged in Fire. It's a competition. We have different bladesmiths creating a blade.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, and then they test it at the end, and whoever survives the test moves on to the next round. And the last two standing, they have to do a blade from history. So that's the interesting part. Then they have 5 days to go back home and create the blade, and then they test it again. And whichever one withstands all the tests or comes out the best out of all the tests, wins. And the tests are brutal. It's like normally you don't do that to knives, but it is exciting when it breaks, though. But you don't want that to happen, right? So, other than that, that's pretty much it.
Going with this old school burn look with the like an SS.
You ever got those little pocketbook size Marvel compilation books?
Pocketbook size. Like the Archie size?
Yeah, they're kind of like that size.
The digest,
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah. They're like
I think I have a few.
like Captain America. I think I have one for Doctor Strange also. I think that was my introduction to Captain America. And I think it was Kirby.
Yeah, they were all like reprints of older stuff. Yeah.
I thought I read online they have a new Captain America now.
A new Captain America?
Yeah. At least that's what the little news snippet I saw. Let's see where they talked about. Yep. No, I can't find the article. Oh, there it is. It's Aaron Fisher.
In the comics?
Yeah, in the comics. But I don't know what universe this is. Or what Earth.
Pretty crazy looking Red Skull there. I don't know. Messed up his cheek, I think. See? The best comment of all time in the chat. Beep beep. All right. Anybody else have a Captain America adjacent character they'd like to see? Before I decide to whether or not to color. Made better progress on our shot. It's only 7:30. I'm going for an hour and a half.
Other than the Red Skull, what was Captain America's other nemesis? Or
Other than the Red Skull.
yeah, arch nemesis. Do you have any others? I'm sure you did, right?
I remember he fought Deathlock, the Punisher. Or Deathlock, what was it? Deathlock's subtitle? Deathlock the Destroyer?
Isn't Deathlock a good guy?
Ultimately, yes.
Hmm.
Like a lot of other characters, where he started off with kind of questionable.
Questionable beginnings. So.
Where the glue on this watercolor board is. The glue they use for the padding is just incredible. Well, like in the Civil War, Arnim Zola. We did a comic book version of Arnim Zola. Do you remember that? He's kind of like MODOK, except he's got a body.
Let's see what he looks like. Because I can't think of him right now. Think of what he looks like. Ah, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
A lot different than the one in the MCU, huh?
Yeah.
Just kind of nebbishy scientist dude.
I'm looking at the comic book one and like, oh, really Kirby drawn. Not bad. Oh, this concept art for the movie version. That makes more sense.
Yeah, but it's not as fun. Just like MODOK, you know. I wonder if we'll ever get a live action version of MODOK.
Hopefully the CG won't be too distracting.
Did Kirby design MODOK too?
It looks like it. Well, I'm just going by. I know he drew it.
Because I think my first MODOK was Trimpy. It was in a Hulk comic. Herb Trimpy did MODOK. I don't know if he created or. Cheap pencil lead, damn it. That's a crazy looking creature. All right. Arnim Zola. You could also do what's the one that has the purple ski mask?
Baron Zemo.
Zemo.
He's gonna come back, right, in the show.
He is, and he's going to get the mask.
Fine.
Or a version of it. It'll be interesting to see how they deal with that. Crazy ass looking. I don't think we're ever going to get a Zola that looks like this in live action. Ron, did you say you got your shots yet?
No, I did not get my shots in. I don't qualify. Not yet, anyway. I was about to ask you that. Did you?
I got mine through work. It's one of the things about working for the government, you know. They want to have us all shotted up. I've been, doing telecommute for the last year.
Yeah.
There's only 2 of us in the shop, so I'm waiting for my coworker to get his shots done, and then we'll go back to regular work.
Oh wow. Did you take the 1 or the 2 shot?
2. I got the Pfizer.
Oh. What category are you in?
Well, again, I got mine through work.
Is that
I got mine through the military.
considered essential or something?
Well, the military's running their own program.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty good then. I'm hoping maybe next month, maybe they'll open it up for those around 50. Any after effects?
I didn't have any, no. And my daughter had the Moderna, and the second shot knocked her out for about a day.
How did she qualify for that?
First line, front line.
Oh. She works at the coroner's office, though, right?
Yeah. Somebody's got to handle the bodies.
Oh, yeah. They still have to do autopsies and stuff, or
Yeah.
even after they die of COVID, they still got to do the autopsy on that.
Well, if that's the known cause of death, I don't think they have to, but
Oh, okay.
Just autopsies are still done, and the autopsies may be done on someone that has COVID or had COVID, because there could be other circumstances that have to be considered. People with COVID still get murdered.
Wow.
Adding insult to injury, right?
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, never thought of that. I thought maybe if you got that, life will leave you alone for a bit.
Right. Does that look suitably Kirby-ish?
Yeah.
I can't do all the hatching and stuff like you did.
How do you do that blocky shading?
I thought he was good at doing Kirby is Andrew Gutierrez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because he's like a big Kirby fan, and so he kind of draws like Kirby already.
Captain America and the Falcon.
Artildawn, the weird version. All right, I got one more spot to fill up, and then maybe I'll start playing with some colors. Who'd like to? Who's still watching?
Can you see who's watching?
Nah, I can just see where they're watching from.
Mm.
Look up. Refresh my memory with the villains here. Let's see. MODOK, Red Skull, Baron Zemo. Oh, Taskmaster. Taskmaster was in it.
Is a Captain America villain?
Yeah, because that's how because he had like that photo memory thing where you could like watch moves and then copy them. So
Yeah.
he copied Captain America's moves. Oh, Batroc Z Leaper, Crossbones,
Oh, yeah, Crossbones.
Madam Hydra, Flag Smasher, and I think that's Anaconda. Or is that the Cobra? Something like that. Well, I haven't drawn any females down. Let's do Madam Hydra. What do you think?
Yeah, draw female.
Large enough reference. It's like Poison Ivy. All right, we'll do Madam Hydra. Closer shot.
Maybe it's the way it's drawn, but she looks like the Baroness from
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
And there's another character, Viper, right? That basically the same look.
In G.I. Joe, or
No, in Marvel. What was the one that was in the Wolverine movie? Isn't that Viper?
the Wolverine movie?
The one where he goes to Japan? You remember the girl in the green suit? Not ringing a bell?
Not really. But I'm looking at it now, and yeah, it looks like Madam Hydra.
Was it a fever dream? Did I imagine the whole thing?
No, it says here Viper is Madam Hydra. Oh.
What's it looking like then?
So Viper and Madam Hydra is the same person. So, okay. Oh, yeah. There you go. And they have a clip from Wolverine. But she's blonde looking in this one. I had to see that movie again. Did you like that movie?
Which one?
Wolverine.
I like parts of it.
Yeah, I don't remember too much from it.
But the problem is they didn't go rated R. So like they did the Frank Miller scene where he's like fighting the hand on the rooftops.
Yeah.
Just getting like stuck full of arrows. But there's no blood.
Maybe his healing factor was working that fast.
No. I'm not buying it, Ron.
Sometimes I think about wishing I had a healing factor like Wolverine. Then I wouldn't have to pay for medical insurance or health insurance, I guess. When they give you the breakdown of how much it costs for just seeing the doctor, I'm like, geez, that's a lot. Hey, did any of your sons did Hasman get the vaccine?
No.
Mm.
Let's cover up that ear. His hair flow. There's another character this reminds me of too. What was it from Full Metal Alchemist? Did you watch Full Metal Alchemist?
No, never watched that show.
There's a character with long green hair in that, if I remember correctly. Is it Envy? I think it's Envy.
Oh yeah. Yes, she does. Wait. Is that a he or she?
In Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah.
It's Envy, right?
Yeah.
It's a she.
Okay.
Or an it, really. I mean, she's a creature. Right. Knocking stuff off my table. the heck's going on there, Ron?
What's that?
The heck's going on there?
Where?
Your place. You moving stuff around? Something?
Yeah, maybe I'm drawing too hard. I'm shaking the desk, maybe. But, I don't know. What is you heard? Stuff shaking? Or?
Yeah, it sounds like you're moving stuff around. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just moving the stylus around. Probably loud.
Yeah, heavy hand, Ron.
Yeah. But very subtle. So what's going on over there in Hawaii? Everything open up? Everything back to normal?
Well, I mean, it's more open than a lot of places, I think, because we're still wearing masks. People aren't too worked up about the whole thing. All right, I'm gonna switch over to color and get set up for that. I don't know what color all these. Which one should I start with?
I don't know. Anyone.
Let's do Falcon since that's the current thing going on, right?
Mm-hmm. When they introduced the new Captain America, I thought his face looked a bit goofy.
Yeah, the mask isn't really working on Wyatt's face there.
Yeah.
Maybe that was intentional, but they want him to look weird. Yeah, booger this pattern up. I guess I'll just fake it as well as I can. White, blue. I think I just need to scrap this Falcon. I really messed up that pattern. Oh well. Three. 1, 2, 3. That should be good. Huh. Wow, I really boogered this up. So I put the outlines around the wrong parts.
Yeah, I see that. You always quickly do another one.
Hmm. Yeah. Get the basic color in there. That's the look. Can't believe I messed that up like that. Going too quick.
Sometimes when you have to do something like that, it's easy to mess up. Which one's the outline, which one's not.
Okay. Still good practice doing these quick things, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you still tell who it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, there's no question about that.
The U.S. agent. Hopefully, I didn't mess up his lines. Red gloves. Suit stripe starts with red on top, right?
You don't hear that dog in the back?
Not really paying attention, but there's probably one next door. Can you hear the music playing?
No, I don't.
See, that's probably why I don't hear the dog. I have music in my ear.
Oh, okay.
I thought the music was shared, but I guess not.
No, I do not hear it. Well, I do hear the neighbor's dog now. So it looks like our COVIDiot neighbors are home. You know, I don't think they've ever worn a mask through this pandemic. That's kind of amazing to me.
What do they do for a living?
I think she just stays. They come from a lot of money, so I think she just stays home and goes out whenever she feels like it. And because they own a car dealership, an exotic car dealership, well, the family does. No, so maybe wears a mask at work. Just never seen him come home with it. Could actually take it off, I guess. But I don't think he wears one. Some people are just immune, right?
Yes.
Do you sell these drawings after you're done with them?
Yeah, most of them no, because I'm usually going so fast. I'm not, putting a lot of detail or care into them. You know what I mean? Unless it's something I'm setting out. Like when I'm just doing these like draw and chat streams, I'm usually not too worried about how well it comes out.
Right.
Unless it's for, like, every now and then I'll stream something that I'm doing for a project, And those get sold. Like I did the one for Mog's stream.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So like this is the one I did for Mog's stream. This is Heimerdinger from League of Legends.
Oh.
So that you can see the coloring is a little more careful on this one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like this one, this is just a personal project. Doing Women's History Month and Black History Month combined.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm running out of steam, Ron.
It's all right. It's getting late.
Yeah, 8:30 for me. So here's what we did. Let's see. We started off with Cap knocked out Hitler. And then we did another Cap and Super Patriot, right? Then you determined his name was Super Patriot.
Yeah.
We did U.S. Agent and Falcon, and I boogered up Falcon's crest. Falcon crest, get it?
Falcon crest. Get about that. What to say? Falcon crest. Friday nights on CBS.
And we did some rogues, Arnim Zola and Madam Hydra. A little a shocked-looking skull, red skull. All right.
Very nice.
Well, I think that's it. I'm running out of steam, Ron.
That's all right. What is that, 2 hours? That's
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5 hours. I'm actually kind of happy with the Arnim Zola came out. It's not quite Kirby, but it's got Kirby's dimensions, but not his shading.
No, I like it. I like that one. It's it's an interesting character and just the shape itself.
All right, so we'll say goodbye to those of you that are watching. Thanks for coming by. Try to be back next weekend.
All right.